Yes, it's David Britt, David Britt. I'm Vice Chairman of Spartanburg County Council, and I serve District 3.
Okay.
And also co-chair of the business, Bring Back the Burg, the business task force with Kay Woodward.
My first question, why did council feel it was necessary to do this? I know our governor has also encouraged people to encourage them, not mandate this.
Well, I mean, again, we had hoped several weeks ago that, the COVID-19 was slowing down, but the numbers, actually since the end of May, end of June, have told us a different story. We're spiking. We're averaging right now in Spartanburg 60 new cases a day. Back a few weeks ago, if we hit 14 or 15, that was a little bit of a concern. But when you hit 60, it's time to step up, and we're seeing it throughout business and industry. I mean, restaurants in the upstate, you're finding 2 or 3 people on their staff are getting it in the kitchen or the wait service. They're shutting the entire business down. And we're seeing industries. BMW just reported a couple weeks ago they had like 15 positive cases. Tyndall, we have had a run at our company of people having to be tested, and we've got some positives. Just the impact on not only a small business but a large business is very, very serious. And again, I think people have felt, okay, we've ridden out the tide. It's over, business as usual, and that's not the case. Just like I mentioned, the unemployment rate right now is 14%. So I think, a lot of folks thought, well, a lot of people got laid off, and they're getting $926 a week. Probably in a lot of cases is more money they made in their job. But that runs out real quickly. So you're going to start seeing families impacted. Again, children, family members, people can't pay their bills, they can't pay their mortgages, and that's an impact on the citizens. And that's why we said, let's step up and do something now. Not wait another week, another 2. These next 2 or 3 weeks are critical. I mean, major league. The governor was on our task force meeting last week, and he made that point too. We got to get that message across. And people say, well, why do you limit it to pharmacies and grocery stores? Constitutionality, that's the reason. You can't make a broad brush resolution or ordinance and say you got to wear a mask all the time. It's unconstitutional. You've got to be very specific, because people who are vulnerable, they have to go to grocery stores and they have to go to pharmacies. So that's why we kind of limited that. And we also said we didn't want to come down and pass an ordinance. Spartanburg County is a very large county. It's 858 square miles. To say you have to do something when you can't back it up, that's not good. And I like to appeal to the citizens, partnership and teamwork. Let's do it together. Let's show other counties across South Carolina and the United States that we can do it. We are different. So
even though, I guess, the state government has encouraged people, is it more about, creating a sense of urgency?
Yes. Again, state government cannot pass. As the governor said, they can't pass, or the governor can't order everyone to wear masks. It has to be local, whether it's municipalities or counties. It's their responsibility. So that's why we're taking up. I think we're the first county in the state of South Carolina to actually even do a resolution encouraging masks. We don't mind that. We want the other counties to follow suit.
And what does that mean? I know there is a city ordinance. Where does this come in? Does that kind of override it? Or?
Well, now, the city is about 10 square miles, and they control their own, laws, and their ordinance is just for the city residents of Spartanburg. And what their ordinance, again, was very specific. It was grocery stores and pharmacies, because they're limited from a constitutional standpoint. But they also they're requiring people, customers and employees, to wear masks in the grocery store and pharmacies and in their city buildings. But they're also requiring employees of restaurants and retail to wear masks in the city. We didn't do that. We're just grocery stores and pharmacies asking everybody to wear the mask. Yes.
And then we'll do another one. Why not just go ahead and drop the hammer and let's get through this?
There was a lot of discussion about that, and in the large part we said, let's don't come down, with the heavy hand of government. So you got to do this. I like the appeal to the teamwork, the partnership that we've established over these last 25 years with the citizens of Spartanburg. I believe that they will work together and help us get there. I think it's almost, you waste the opportunity if you pass an ordinance that you can't enforce. and then you get people turned off. I like to appeal to their their sense of pride in Spartanburg and doing for their fellow person what's right. So I actually, I may be a bit naive in that, but I believe in the citizens of Spartanburg. I believe they're going to do the right thing.
Why do you and your colleagues believe that people will cooperate?
I've been on council 30 years. I've seen it. When we've asked, we haven't gone out with a heavy-handed government, and since I've been on council and said you've got to do this. We've appealed to their better sense of community and their commitment to Spartanburg. So I've seen it and I believe it.
I think the chairman said earlier, you want to keep people healthy, but also the economy you talked about.
Oh yeah, the economy is critical because it's not just when we talk, and that's part of this deal. As the COVID-19 cases rise, there is a possibility. The governor can come back with another shutdown, even more serious than the first one. You got schools. We're 6 weeks away from school starting, and as the superintendent of education has said, if we don't get a handle on this, there's a very strong likelihood schools won't open. And you think, how does that affect business and industry? Those schools, those parents, especially the single parents that don't have child care, those schools help with child care, to be quite honest. And if business industry is not working or schools aren't in session, it all works together. And it's not just about that business and industry for them making money. It's about the hope and opportunity those companies give to their employees to pay their bills. I just saw recently where the water system and the sewer system, they had stopped for a couple months the cutoff deal. If you didn't pay your water, you didn't pay your sewer, they were giving people some leniency. It's back in place now. So, I mean, if you can't pay your water bill or you can't pay your electricity bill and those things, and all of a sudden it starts shutting off, you start hurting families.
That's it for me. Do I miss anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good.
Thank